Spray by spray and can by can, Wisteria Lane looks almost nothing like it did just over a year ago.
This used to be called the nasty alley of Nanaimo. You can picture a year and maybe 2 months ago, it was all blackberries, it was all hidden. Needles, you name it, was through this area.
And it was around a year and 2 months ago that Alyssa Glassford, who does art under the name Humanity, answered Tanya's ad about adding some art to their struggling laneway.
The residents of the neighborhood wanted to feel more at home. They wanted to feel safe. Originally it was full of drug use, a lot of needles, prostitution. So this was a way to help clean up the neighborhood and bring more foot traffic through.
As a group of neighbors, we all came together and cleaned it all up from one end to the other. We decided on murals because murals make people happy. It stops graffiti.
All the homeowners were given the opportunity to say, yes, I want artwork, or no, I don't want artwork. So once they decided that they wanted an artwork, the theme was set.
The theme was Disney, but it was up to the residents which Disney characters their fences and garages would display.
This particular owner wanted a raven, so we went, okay, well, what has a raven or a crow? Well, Maleficent does, let's do that. And she was like, yeah, that's perfect, let's do that. The next one down is a Snow White mural, and that's what she wanted. She had a new grandbaby, and she wanted something for that. The Alice in Wonderland, that was actually their theme at their wedding.
But life hasn't always dealt Alyssa the easiest hand.
I was 23 when it first happened. I passed out while I was having a shower, actually, and for my age, like, well, that's not supposed to happen. So they did a CT scan, and I got a call back the next day telling me that my brain was actually slumping into my spinal canal.
Alyssa found out that she has a Chiari type 1 malformation of her brain, a condition that the surgeons in Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia, where she had previously lived, were not willing to operate on.
Your head feels like it has a balloon inside of it and it's just going to pop at any time, and that's because the CSF fluid can't regulate properly, so it's actually just building up too much pressure. And then along with that, you have trouble swallowing. I started to lose the movement in my hands, so I couldn't hold things anymore.
And for someone active in art and sports, to say this was upsetting would be an understatement.
I was actually a hockey player too, so it was I couldn't play sports anymore. So then I got really into artwork, and then all of a sudden in the last 2 years they're like, you might not be able to do that anymore either. So it was actually a grieving process to learn that I might not be able to do any of the things I could do before.
After deciding to move to Nanaimo 2 years ago, Alyssa met a neurosurgeon in Victoria, the first who was willing to operate on her.
Probably the best moment of my life was going to see the surgeon and him saying, yeah, I can totally give you your life back. That was just an amazing feeling.
And since her brain surgery in December, she's definitely living life and spending a lot of it in Wisteria Lane.
I answered the ad because I was waiting for surgery, so I had a whole bunch of free time. So really it all revolves around the fact that I was sick, and it turned into something awesome. But never in a million years would I ever think that I'd have a whole alley of my murals.
Alyssa also has art displayed on Commercial Street, which was supposed to only stay up for Bathtub Weekend.
They gave me the paper that they wanted to work on. They told me it would just be temporary and would come down after the weekend, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect, totally okay with that. Gave me a theme, so I worked on it for a couple weeks, and then it turns out that they got the keys to the building, so it's there permanently now.
But Wisteria Lane is currently Alyssa's home base, and there's still lots more spray painting to be done.
There will also be soon in the laneway Star Wars. One of the owners have requested it. Alyssa, of course, has stepped up and said, yes, she can do it. We have 3 more murals yet to appear in the laneway. So yeah, there's still lots of work going on in the lane, and when Alyssa's free, she's here, as you can see.
I'm still relatively new to Nanaimo, so I'm trying to get more exposure and make people aware that this is an art form, it is available, and if they want it done, to contact me and we can work something out.
She's a sweetheart. Everybody loves her. She'll encourage you. She will help you better yourself in any way.
It's definitely like a sense of accomplishment for me. I've had a lot of ups and downs through my life, so I've been giving opportunities and then kind of lost them to do with my health. So now that I'm in a place that I can keep going, it feels just tremendous. Like I can't ask for anything else.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Fiona Shedden.